The Idol and Jeopardy, reports of the Weeknd's antics. Well, the fate of HBO's new show, The Idol, is unknown. Backlash over outrageous sex scenes and criticism over co-creator and star Abel the Weeknd Tesfaye. You'll correct me, Rayyvana, if I didn't get it right. Egomaniacal behavior on set. With ratings that fell by 12% or more than 100,000 viewers from its June 11th premiere, critics are calling it comically bad. The Weeknd's a talented guy, but maybe this isn't his thing? A source told Page Six, quote, "This was never meant to be a long-running show. It was always a limited series." Source added that HBO was not shocked by reaction to the graphic show, which airs on its Max streaming service. It's a Sam Levinson show, and you know what we're getting with a Sam Levinson show, said the source of the show's co-creator and director, who also oversees the network's shocking series Euphoria. HBO's tweet in response to the report in Page Six. Being misreported that a decision on a second season of The Idol has been determined. It has not. We look forward to sharing the next episode with you Sunday night. Translation, give it to about Tuesday where they will make a determination about the fate of this series, okay? I assure you, okay? I can read the statement again, but do I really need to? There was enough wiggle room in there. Last report, the premiere episode had surpassed 3.6 million viewers in its first week on the service, which HBO says outpaces the series premieres for both White Lotus, 3 million, that was in 2021, and Euphoria, 3.3 million in 2019, same time period. Viewership dipped slightly for the second episode to 800,000 from 913,000 total viewers in the premiere. A significant dip. Idol chronicles the complicated relationship between a Britney Spears-style pop star named Jocelyn, played by Lily Rose Depp, and a cult leader played by The Weeknd. His 24-year-old co-star Depp has admitted there were times she would steer clear of the Starboy singer when he was in his zone. Her father's Johnny Depp, right? Okay, Lily Rose. Talented. Another show source telling Page Six that working with him was not an ideal experience, adding that it's not one they're eager to repeat. According to an industry insider, The Idol was meant to be a huge show for Max, as it's the first major series on the freshly named streamer. It was a big show for them with big talent and a lot of buzz, the insider added, but from what I heard, HBO knew it was a bit of a turkey as soon as they saw it. HBO source said, "The only person who makes a decision about a second season is the head of HBO, Casey Bloys, and he is optimistic." Well, number one, Rayyvana, if I'm Casey Bloys, I don't need you putting me out there on blast, okay? We all know it's gonna be canceled. We all knew it was a turkey. I've not seen it, so I do feel like you should fill it out for us. Is it that bad? Was the Weeknd that bad? And then we can get into the allegations about the conduct. But I will say this, Lily Rose Depp, who you're not your father, I'm not suggesting. Johnny Depp was out there, right? Did the whole trial and the things that, okay, just saying, okay? You were kind of excommunicated from Hollywood, which is okay with me. Doesn't mean everything that was alleged is true, but is she? Okay, I'll stop, Rayyvana.
I'll say that I think a lot of people are watching the show because it is so bad.
Wow.
It is comically bad as it was described, I think is accurate. I think it's an interesting idea for a show. The premise is interesting. You know, she's supposed to be similar to Britney Spears. And I think that it's really worth exploring the way that young women in Hollywood have been exploited. They've been hypersexualized and the mental damage that has done to them. And we see that continue. We see them being put in conservatorships and specifically the harm that has done towards women, as well as exploring the ease with which celebrities get lured into cults, I think is also really interesting. Executed not very well. I love The Weeknd. I'm a huge fan. Not an actor. Some musicians are, and some artists, they're just artists, and you don't need to also be actors, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I think you're right. Somebody else comes to mind, but I don't need, their bzzz around me. Okay, I don't need that smoke. So matter of fact, maybe cut that out, that little bzzz part, because I don't need that, and they don't ever stop. For the rest of your life, they'll be after you. But I do think that there's this push when you're really talented and really popular in Hollywood that, you can do anything. Let's cross you over here. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. Next thing you know, the Weeknd's tapped to do a magic show in Vegas. Maybe he's just good at music, Rayyvana. And I suspect that what's being alleged behind the scenes, by his co-stars too, got worse when he was in the moment and realized, because whether you got it or not. He knows when he's on stage and they're giving it back to him and he's on fire. And he knows when he's in the middle of a scene that who put me here, and they're all fired, okay? What say you about this push that when you're really great at one thing, you have to suddenly, by your handlers, I suspect, or maybe in your own head, be pushed into something else?
Yeah, I think that a lot of celebrities are sort of set up for failure in that way. Or like you have a lot of, every Disney Channel star had to also be a singer, and God forbid that they didn't have the talent to do it. And then, you're put in that position where it's harmful to your, opinion of yourself. I mean, I think that the staff on the set should be treated with respect by everyone. I don't care how big of a name you are. I don't care how big of a talent you are. You need to be treating everybody with respect. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's realizing in real time, because he was a big part of, creating the show and bringing the show, to reality. So, watching it sort of fall apart while you're doing it could definitely undermine his self-confidence and lead him to be, egotistical on set. But it's probably laid the groundwork for him not to be able to step into the acting in the future.
And he probably, I've been told I've done a little acting. Maybe my stuff is comical too, come to think of it. I don't know. Or maybe I'm a slightly cut above him. I don't know. But I will say this, what I hear from really good actors time and time again is you have to just be vulnerable, leave it out there. And when you're the kind of somewhat mythical, mystical, whatever the word is, the Weeknd, there's this mystery, there's this coolness, there's this, I control everything when he's doing his music and performing. And when he's not in control, perhaps, of all the material here, and you don't get instant gratification. There's no live audience perhaps telling you how great you are. There's no, Hadid sister on your arm, okay? There's no supermodel there. There's just, you gotta do the material and be great.